Hey everybody, welcome to the very first Worcester Health Club online virtual workout. Now today Jane and I are going to run through a wee sort of 10 minute or so workout that's designed for our members who are probably over the age of maybe 60 or 70. Not necessarily just those people. I think this is a good little movement routine that anybody can do, but it's designed probably more at that age category. What we'd like to do over the next 4 to 6 weeks or however long we're stuck away from the gym is get you to continue moving, continue maintaining your strength, maybe even building some more strength, and hopefully when you come back to the gym you haven't lost a lot of fitness and strength over that period of time. So today I'm going to start with a wee bit of a warm-up. The first thing we're going to do is a wee bit of a mobility routine, which you can do any time of the day, any day of the week, but a really good way to start your warm-up, start your exercise routine, get a bit of blood flowing and make sure your body is moving really, really well. So the first movement I'm going to do is I'm going to just stand nice and tall. I'm going to soften my knees, my hands are on my legs, I'm going to push my hips back, I'm just going to lean down to where I feel good. I'm going to come back up nice and slow. Now the key part to that is it's where I feel good. I'm not trying to get a really intense stretch. I'm just trying to find that place that feels like there's something going on without being too aggressive. I'm going to take a small step forward with my left foot, and I'm doing the same again. And I'm stepping about an inch forward, so I'm stepping about that kind of inch forward. I'm taking my left foot back, and I'm going to bring my right foot forward, and I'm doing the same again. And one thing you'll notice is my eyes stay nice and tall, and my chest stays nice and proud. So when I move, my hinging comes to my hips.
Can you go a wee bit closer to the mirror so I can fit you all in? Just go back a bit.
Cool, so that's our first one. We call that a bit of a forward lean. Alright. Okay, next one we're going to get you to do is go nice and wide through your feet, and we're just going to get you to take your weight to one side and drop your hip down, come back up into the middle and take your weight to the other side and drop your hip down. Now what I'm noticing here is I'm getting a bit of a stretching sensation on the inside of my upper leg, my groin area, okay, and that's going to make sure those muscles are moving really well. What we're always looking for in this situation is, does one side feel different to the other? Now if I feel a bit more restrictive or tighter on one side, I'm going to repeat that side, let's say 10 times in a row. Okay. Otherwise we're doing 10 just alternating sides. Awesome. All right. So those two movements, the next one we're going to do is just with some upper body work, so just getting you to take your arms and reach. Notice I'm moving my hips and pushing my weight from one side to the other as well. So my weight transferring from one leg to the other, and I'm reaching. All right. Just getting my shoulder blades moving really well, getting my body to start to rotate, and getting my ankles moving. Awesome work. So the first exercise I'm going to teach you today is what we call a hip hinge, or a hinge movement pattern. Now what a hip hinge is all about doing is bending forward. Now the movements we're going to take you through today are all what we call primary movement patterns. They are movement patterns that the body likes to do and knows how to do, and they're also movements you're going to use in everyday life as well. So there's really good application and crossover, okay, into what you can do on a day-to-day basis. So the first one's a hinge. So I've got a nice tall spine. Okay, I'm softening my hips and my knee. It just means that's me locked out, okay, and that's me soft there. All right, I'm going to come a bit further away from the camera so you can see me. All right, now when I'm going to lean, I'm going to put my hands on my legs and I'm going to push my bottom back. Good, and I'm going to drive my hips through and stand myself nice and tall. Okay, I'm going to go through a couple of those. So nice and tall through my spine, push my hips back, my hands come down my knees, and I'm going to drive my hips through and stand nice and tall. And the muscle groups I'm working are the ones on the back of my legs, my glutes, which are my bum muscles, and my hamstrings. One thing you really notice, my back stays nice and straight. And I have to lean forward, otherwise I'll fall over, but my back stays nice and straight through that position as I go through. And as I drive back through, my hips come back into the middle, and that stands me up nice and tall. Now, like you're doing a set of 10 repetitions of those, okay, go to where you feel good. All right, you could hold on to something in your hands if you wanted to make it a bit more challenging. But for now, we're going to encourage you just to try and go through the range of motion, okay, and try and do it really, really, really well. Awesome. So that first one's called a bend pattern or a hinge pattern. Okay. Next one I'm going to look at teaching you today is a getting down to the ground and getting back up off the ground pattern. Okay. This is going to have different levels and different layers to it. The first one we're going to look at today is just utilising something to give us some assistance. So whether that be a table or a chair, okay, the pattern we're going to look to try and do is to take your body weight through something, okay, take your weight onto one leg, lower yourself down to the grounds, okay, take your weight onto the other leg, okay, start here, change the leg you're using, and stand up on the other side. Keep your spine nice and tall the entire time. Use a combination of leg and arm strength to stand yourself back up. and stand up nice and tall. Okay, let's go through that one more time. So we're taking a step back, dropping one leg down nice and you see my spine stays nice and tall the entire time. Okay, then I'm taking my other leg out as well, coming down to here. I could have something underneath my knees like a pad or something if I wasn't comfortable kneeling on the ground as well. Okay, I'm changing the leg, swapping legs, I'm using my hands and my leg, and I'm staying nice and tall, and I'm going to stand up. Okay, and this could be a higher table as well, so if you weren't as comfortable getting that low, okay, you could use a table or something which is a little bit higher, or you could use something a bit lower if you wanted to challenge yourself. Alternatively, you could try without holding onto something. So coming down to the ground, using the strength on one leg, good, swapping sides, okay, you can reach down to the ground and then come back up nice and tall, change the leg, okay, and give yourself enough strength to stand up nice and tall. All right. You'll note there I'm alternating the leg I'm standing up on to the one I'm lowering myself down on each time through. So that's like getting up and down off the ground pattern. All right. Now, ideally you do as many as you can comfortably. So you might start out doing 2 or 3. All right. When you start to feel tired, that'll be enough. All right. You're also going to work in a circuit format, meaning that you do each exercise one after another, and you can go through as many rounds as you like. We tend to suggest 2 or 3 times through, okay, to keep the workout to about kind of that 20 to 30 minutes all up. All right, our third exercise today is what we call a pulling movement. So a pulling movement is all about using the muscles between our shoulder blades. All right, so the muscles we have between our shoulder blades. So I'm going to put my hands out all the way out like so. Okay, I'm going to squeeze my shoulder blades, and as I do so, that's going to pull my arms in towards my body, like that, and then come back out. So arms reaching out, squeeze the shoulder blades, pull in towards the body, and then come back out. Okay, squeeze the shoulder blades, pull in towards the body. Now what I should notice when I'm doing this movement is I should feel the muscles between my shoulder blades starting a little bit tired, as if they're in control of the movement and they're getting fatigued. Right, now I'd like to see you try and do 10 of those, okay, if you can. And at the end of that, obviously that exercise helps your posture. So one thing we notice as people get older is that they tend to lose their posture a little bit. So we like to make sure you can stand up nice and tall with a nice relaxed posture. Cool. All right, I'm going to hand over to Jane next. Jane is going to come and show you a couple more movement patterns. Remember what the key parts to those movements are: to listen for the different cues of where you should move well, perform one exercise after the other so you're following a circuit type format. Aim for 10 repetitions, and each time you do this, keep an eye on remember what you could do last time and try and progress. So if you can do another repetition every week or another 2 every week, it goes to show, or it's giving us feedback that your strength's improving.
Hi everyone, welcome to part 2 of our first online workout. I'm going to take you through 3 more movement patterns. So the first one we're going to do is a rotation. So you're going to just stand nice and comfortably, feet back up width apart, soft knees, and I'm wanting you to think about keeping your chin in line with your belly button, and you're going to rotate from one side to the other, keeping your torso in line, and I want you to think about moving through your ankles as well. Okay, so your feet, your ankles, you're keeping your feet, toes on the ground, and your ankles are moving. Okay, so we're not coming onto the side of our foot, and it's just a nice rotate. And your arms, just keep your elbows in by your side, and just turn, and just go as far as you feel comfortable. Okay, and do about 10 each side. So the main thing, rotating your hips with your upper body, so that tummy button, chin's in line, and you're rolling through your ankles. Okay, so yeah, do about 10 each side or whatever you feel comfortable with, and maybe you just start off with 4 or 5 and you're going to build up over the week as you go. Okay, the next one we're going to do is a reach movement. So again, just standing in a nice relaxed position, or if you want, you could actually sit down to do this one as well. I'll show it to you standing up. Shoulders down, so your shoulder blades are nice and down, and you're just going to reach up with your arms and then pulling back down. And you should feel a bit of resistance as you do this through your shoulders. Just nice reach up. Have your knees soft, and also think about using your core, your tummy for support, so you're bracing that as well. Nice reach up. And 10 of those and work them in with the ones Paul's doing, so you can go through the whole lot and come back and repeat. And the final one we're going to do is a sit and stand. So you can take a dining room chair or a chair, or if you want something a little bit higher, you could use a table. So just find something at home that works for you. And what we're going to do is just imagine you're sitting down. You can sit all the way down if you want, and coming back up. Or you can just go halfway down and driving back up. As you come down, think about your knees keeping in alignment with your feet and using your glutes, your butt muscles to help bring you up. And just go as far as you feel comfortable. Just imagine you're trying to sit down, okay, so you're pushing your hips back a little as well, bending through your hips, your knees and your ankles. Great. And again, do about 10 of those if you feel comfortable. You can start off with something, as I said, a table, it's a bit higher, and as you progress you could maybe get through into a chair. So give those a whirl, see how you go, and we'll do another one probably next week.